I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. First of all, shout out to my boy Lambo Anlo with the intro. It's a fine intro. Make sure y'all go hit him up on Instagram at Lambo Anlo. But listen, y'all, we got a great episode for y'all today. As you can see, it's Tuesday. We got a heavy lineup today. I got my boy Tomo here. But I'm going to introduce Tomo in a second, all right? We got to talk about Bud and Canelo. Bud went up 2 weight classes and defeated the big Canelo Alvarez, all right? So we got to talk about that, our reaction. Make sure y'all tune in the Red Corner. They already reacted to it on Sunday, all right? In the middle of football, so make sure you do that. Cowboys, I know Tom was excited. Hey, they beat the Giants in a shootout in Dallas. Good win for the Cowboys or a bad sign? We got to talk about that. I'm curious to see what Tom got to say about that. The Tush Push. A lot of the talk is back up, Tombo. The Tush Push was a handy against the Chiefs on Sunday. Should the NFL, or will the NFL, I should say, ban the Tush Push going into next year? Joe Burrow is hurt. Jaden Daniels is hurt. We got to react to JD5's injury. Is it a big deal, a little deal? And Joe Burrow, can the Bengals survive without Joe Burrow? And last but not least, the Bears. I mean, they went back to Chicago, went back to Detroit. Ben Johnson did, and got smacked. Is it panic time right now in Chicago? Should Bear fans be worried? But I got my brother here. My other brother, Davey Dollars, he's not here right now, but I got Missy Your Done Son, co-host of In the Red Corner. He's feeling good. His quarterback look good. His receivers look good. Hey, they look good in the end zone. We got my boy Missy Your Done Son. Tomo, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. And for those who are asking what Dave is, did you not hear that the 49ers injury report? My man going out there, he had to put boots on the ground. So we're going to get a live report from him at some point about what's going on there. He had to go to have a personal talk with the trainers, man. So we just letting y'all know, man, he's over there with the 49ers. Oh my God. No, I just had to take a little subtle shot, man. But other than that, I'm feeling good, man. 64 yards, 64 yards. Some say 40 acres and a mule. We gonna say 64 yards and a kicker. Cause man, Aubrey boy, man, MVP. That's all I'm gonna say. And that fight over the weekend, like Joe told y'all in the intro, that was a good one. That was another one for the history books, man. I don't care which side or who you picked to win. You definitely enjoyed it. I can't wait to hear what you got to say about it. Cause like I said, we discussed it in the Red Corner. So if you didn't hear what I had to say about the fight, you can click on In the Red Corner right after we talk about it here too. So we're gonna double up a little bit. And I would really want to hear about Bud, Jaden Daniels, and how you feel about Burrow. We already know what people gonna say about the push tush. We already know what they're gonna say. All right, the brotherly shove, the tush push, whatever they want to call it up there. The refs need to call something. Joe.
Oh, I like that. The refs need to call something. But look, y'all, we got a great show for y'all today. And before we get to everything, Tomo, it's Tuesday. You know what Dave does when it's Tuesday. He wants us to what? Turn up.
Turn me up, 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 up.
Back to you, Jody. All right, y'all. So look, we got streaming this on 4 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitter. I said X and Twitter and Twitch.
There you go.
Yeah, got the TW messed up. And Twitch, bro. So make sure whatever platform you're watching this on, make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button and follow on all of our social media platforms, and like the video while you're at it, and share this video with anybody. Have them come on and watch this show live with you, because you could be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show, because we really appreciate y'all. And last but not least, sit back, enjoy the rest of the show. Tombo, floor is yours.
All right, so I mean, we got to start it off with one of the biggest events, in sports history. Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, streaming live on Netflix. Ever since that debacle they had with the bad streaming, Netflix has been good with their content so far. I guess they say, look, the NFL coming in, WWE coming in, we gotta make sure we don't have no glitches. You know what I mean? Because other than that, YouTube might take the check. But if you don't know, if you've been under a rock, if you've been under a mat, if you've been under your pillow because you've been sick, hopefully you're feeling better. But Bud Crawford basically needed because he needed some help in that ring. Defeated Canelo Alvarez on Saturday. Unanimous decision. He takes his super middleweight championship belt. And now people have questions about, is Bud the GOAT? Or is Bud better than Ali? Well, you can answer that if you want, Joe. I'm just throwing out the things that I'm hearing in some of the chats and some of the discussions that's going around in the Outduels barbershops, a.k.a. the chats that we have. So, Joe, when you seen this fight, what was your reaction to it?
Man, what a fight, man. What a fight. It was a build-up fight, and it lived up to the hype. All the last mega fight we had that was as big as this or even bigger, in my opinion, was a Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. That was a fight of that time, right? A fight in that decade, because that was a decade prior, earlier, mid-decade, kind of, right? Like mid-decade, from 2010 to 2020. But that fight was built up high, and we won that fight for years. But when we got the fight, it was good, but they left some meat on the bone. It could have been more. It wasn't like, oh, this is one of the best fights I've seen. But when you watch this fight now, was it equal? No. I think Terence Crawford dominated this fight, but Canelo brought his best, and Terence Crawford showed you who he was, and he was active from start to finish. He didn't relax down the stretch because he felt like he wanted cards. He didn't do none of that. He fought down. He fought throughout. So the good thing about this is Canelo Alvarez was the undisputed super middleweight champion. Undisputed. Terence Crawford goes up 2 weight classes to fight the undisputed champion. Not just the like a regular like his 1 belt or 2 belts. Man had 4 belts? All right, 4 belts, I believe. So Canelo is 35, Crawford is 37, so he's older than Canelo. But Canelo got more experience with all the fights he fought. He had like close to over 70 fights, and Crawford was 42-0. All right, so more experience. He's younger. So all the disadvantages, and he's bigger, right? Technically. So all the disadvantages goes to Crawford. Plus, Crawford putting a lot on the line. Max Kellerman said it on the broadcast. I think Ricky disagreed with this, right? But I agree, because Terence Crawford's resume, although he's beating everybody that was in front of him, although he's been trying to fight guys. Like he was chasing Spence for a long time. He's been trying to fight the best. But the best that he fought is not nowhere near compared to the best Ali fought, the best Mayweather fought, like all these other guys. Canelo was like the ultimate challenge. Canelo is better. Canelo's by far the best fighter he's fought so far. So if he would have lost to Canelo, it would have been like, oh, okay, see, he ain't really fight nobody. I told you. It would have been that kind of conversation with people who be hating on Bud. But the fact that he beat Canelo, it's the reverse. Now he just automatically goes to the GOAT conversation because of the opponent he was about going to 2 weight classes. So the judges scored it all favor Crawford, 116, 112, 115, 113, 115, 113. I scored it 118, 110. I had Canelo winning round 1, in round 5. That's it. After that, I felt like round 6 came and Crawford turned it up. Crawford got super aggressive. I think he felt like I lost round 5. Let me pick up this pace. And he came out aggressive. I think round 5 was around when he got hit and he started laughing at Canelo as he walked into his corner. And he came out swinging. So I feel like every time from my eyes, I'm not the huge boxing expert. That's Tomo, y'all. All right. That's in the red corner.
That's Ricky and Ty. I'm just here to keep them from fighting each other.
So from my eyes, right? From my eyes, it looked like every time Canelo tried to take advantage, like take control of the fight, Crawford responded every single time with more. I mean, he was hitting Canelo with counters Canelo probably haven't seen before. It was crazy. How shocked he looked after the few times he got hit. And then in the 9th round, controversy comes. He gets headbutted by Canelo. I'm not gonna lie, when he got headbutted, I was like, uh-oh. Now Canelo could that's like a target now, right?
Yeah.
But that Bud didn't budge. He literally won that round. I gave him that round, and 2 of the judges gave him that round. The other judges did. I don't know what these judges be looking at, man, when they be scoring these cards. And won every other round after that. So, and it's something I saw. He became the first male boxer in the 4-belt era to be undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes.
There we go.
So he's definitely in the GOAT conversation. I'm just glad that I was able to witness it, you know. And I do want to say this on the show. Tom will ask me, "Who you got winning?" I said, "I'm rooting for Bud, but I think Canelo gonna win." And then before the fight, I was like, "Man, I can't go against Bud. I'm going with Bud." And I'm glad I made that switch. So shout out to Terence Crawford and his camp.
So Joe, you said a lot. And for those who aren't real big boxing fans and they just are casual boxers, but you're an avid football fan, think of it like this. Because we said it a few episodes ago, and I think everybody in the world, including, I would say our chats and then the world, it sounds like you want to say if Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl, he automatically jumps to being the greatest quarterback. Because a lot of people, the downfalls of what Lamar Jackson have and his career, but they know the talents and everything that he has. He has the MVPs basically, and everyone's just saying he just gotta get the ring. He get the ring, he jumps a lot of people in a lot of conversations. And then we flip it back to boxing. That's what a lot of people have been saying about Bud. They was like, he ain't fought nobody, even when he fought Spence. Right? I know you said the Floyd and Manny fight is up there, so I'm glad you said in your opinion, because some people say the Spence and Bud one was there too, just a little bit because again of the anticipation of what could happen. Again, the years of both of them going back and forth, and you know the videos is out there of them having their conversations about, man, he's scared to fight me, man. I've been here. You knew I was gonna be here. All that, and then Top Rank, the stories behind it is why this moment was there. Again, the resume speaks for itself. If you were a 3-time undisputed, let's say unanimous MVP in any sport, people would say, look, man, all you get is 1 championship, and you definitely first ballot Hall of Famer, right? You talking about 3 weight classes, and in boxing, that can change. You got to cut weight, you got to train. So to go to 3 weight classes and be undisputed, to go up 2 weight classes and beat the face of boxing. See, not just Canelo being one of the best boxers in boxing right now. He's the face of boxing. And I said it on in the red corner, and I'll say it here as well. He was the face of DAZN or DAZN. Like, that was his thing. So you telling me you beat the guy who came up with a boxing app for us to watch boxing for free? Like, come on. Then you telling me you talking about a guy who was sitting back and thinking, he wasn't even thinking about Canelo. He said Bill Haney came up with it. He's like, you know what, Terence should fight Canelo. And he sat back, he said, I thought about it. He's like, all right, that's the goal. Let's go get it. And every time you hear him talk, he like, look, this is my mission. I set out for this, and then he conquers it. Like, that's the ultimate goal in sports, where you say, look, this is what I want to do. You work hard for it. You definitely got to work hard for it, because you got to go in the ring and prove it, and then you win the match. And then you flat out put on a masterclass at that. Like, again, Canelo's, the experience is there. So at some point, you're thinking Canelo going to get back and be like, oh, this is happening in fight 32, or this happened in fight 45, and I can maneuver. No. He's never fought nobody like this before, where a guy can be a switch hitter, where he can give you everything that you want to do and a little bit more, like, I'm sorry, but Bud has to be one of those fighters, like you said, that I'm glad I was able to watch. I'm mad I picked against him when I had the whole Spence situation, but hey, sometimes you got to be wrong. And what way to be wrong than watch a guy get beat by one of the best boxers in boxing? And Joe, I'm just glad it's on Netflix too, because we can go back and watch it over
and over again.
and over again. You know, it's not like the Cowboys Super. Oh, we can watch the Cowboys Super Bowls on Netflix too. But I would say it's not like those where you got like those in Ali fights where you got to watch them on VHS now. But this here in 4K, applause to him, his corner, and all the fighters prior to that led him to this moment, man.
Yeah, man. And they asked him in the press conference, which was a great press conference, by the way. So confident. They said, "When did you know you was gonna win this fight?" He said, "When he signed the contract." I was like, "Dang." And then he said everybody kept saying, "Oh, he's a bigger fighter." He said Canelo is a small fighter in a bigger weight class. He's small in his weight class, and he said he's not that much bigger than me. And then when I saw like the measurements, I'm like, hold up, he's taller than Canelo. His reach is longer than Canelo. He's a better boxer. I mean, what the heck is it? Is it that much of a big difference? So he kept saying like, I never looked at him like being bigger than me. He said I was a better skilled boxer, and I was a stronger fighter today. Like I was a stronger boxer. Yeah, he said he had more power. He said I fought guys who had more power than Canelo. And then out of respect, the man went back and gave Canelo back his belt because it has his name on it, you know, because he gonna get his own belt. Obviously, he had to take his pictures first, you know. Let me get hey, give me real quick before I come back his belt.
That gotta be the most tiring thing, but celebrating at the same time. You got like 90 belts, and he just like this.
You gotta hold him up. They keep adding the belt, add another one, add another one. He just sitting there.
Like for real.
And them belts look heavy too. Them belts look heavy. So, but shout out to Terence Crawford, man. And like you said, when he fought Spence, his two mega fights, you would say, Spence. And okay, let me say this. The reason why I feel like the Pacquiao thing was bigger than the Spence one because Pacquiao and Mayweather are like the casual fans love them.
You're right. Yeah, I get you that.
And you know, at the time, a lot of people didn't know who Terence, like a lot of casual fans, like Terence Crawford, like he like real boxers really knew how good Terence Crawford was, but the casual fan was like casual with Terence Crawford. But maybe Spence, you know, they knew who Spence was because Spence fought they both fought the same dude. What's the dude named with the cornrows that be on the mountain? Sean Porter. Sean Porter. They both fought Sean Porter. But I mean, when Spence fought Sean Porter, it was like big because he fought his style. I mean, he fought Sean Porter's style and still beat him. But Spence was bigger. But Pacquiao and Mayweather, they were like,
yeah, nah, you're right.
I mean, we talking about two all-time greats. Like Mayweather, obviously undefeated, and Pacquiao 8 different weight classes. Come on, man. I ever done that.
You're right. I give you that one.
But I do want to say that, like you said, the 2 mega fights he's been in, he put on a straight show. I'm talking about boxing.
Actually, Joe, you can say 3. I know the Sean Porter one is considered a big fight for him too. So those 3 fights.
That one was crazy.
Yeah.
We down? We down? All right. We didn't drop them. I was like, dang.
Joe.
Yeah,
Joe, bro. Every time you talking about somebody, you talk about Jordan and how he performed in the finals every time it was time. This is the moment. Like every time it's a big fight, he comes out and he's a whole different fighter. Like if you go back and watch Terence Crawford's last 2 fights and you watch this one, like nah, this ain't the same guy. This ain't the same guy. He's the definition of what Shakur be saying after his fights. Like you give me better opponents, then I'll show you a better performance.
Ooh.
And that's exactly what he does. You like once you give me that opponent that you all think I'm gonna lose to, watch what I do with him.
Yeah. Shakur also said that Terence Crawford, like Jordan, winning everything, no matter what it is. He wants to win in every single thing. And that's how Jordan was.
I can see it. I can see it. He even be trying to win the press conferences and all that.
I know he thought. I was like, dang, he was throwing the middle finger. Who was he doing that to? He throwing the middle finger about somebody in the press conference.
It's probably with somebody in the back, probably a hater, probably T.O.
They
Probably
said
steal
who
from
it
you a
was.
little
I
bit.
forgot who it was though.
We'll go back in. If you in the comments, let us know. But yeah, Bud is definitely one of the best ever, and the
Yeah,
barbershop conversation is definitely. This is another one. I think we got
man,
another LeBron Jordan debate going on here. It's about to get ugly.
man. Shout out to him though for putting himself in that conversation.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
was
who
at
you want to be.
on Monday Night Football, getting interviewed and all that stuff. Like, let's go, Crawford. He
He just living
everywhere.
life. He living life now. He like, I ain't even go home. He's still in Vegas. Like,
I know,
that's crazy.
I know, right? He's everywhere.
He's still in Vegas. Like, bro,
Like,
go
every
home.
interview, he like his eyes low. You can tell he's tired, bro. I can tell he's tired.
I just want to go home, man. I just want to go back to Omaha, man. Get ready for my next opponent. But this is what you do when it's time to step up on a big stage. You know, kind of like the Giants did when they played the Cowboys on Sunday, Joe. Every time somebody go to Dallas, yo, they treat it like it's a Super Bowl, man. It's insane. And I gotta come on here and eat crow because I said, man, we should beat them boys, man. But I also went back and watched, yo. I said something that I put into the universe. I said maybe the Cowboys are changing for a good reason, and now when we play bad teams, we might lose. So maybe the coach is shifting. You know what I'm just saying? It's shifting in a decent way. We made the Eagles look like, hey, we was contenders, and then the Giants brought us right back down. So look, Brandon Aubrey, that is, 64-yard field goal. Then it ends up, he kicked a 45-yard field goal as time expired for the Cowboys to win 40-37 against the New York Giants. If you're somewhere in a time lapse, it is not 2016. We are talking about the 2025 New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys 40-37 overtime victory. Is it a good win or a bad sign? Can it be two things at once? Because two things can be true. It can be a good win because the Cowboys needed to win so they don't fall 0-2. The only thing they kept talking about at the game or on the game is that, hey, the last NFC East opponent to go 0-2 and make the playoffs was the 2006 Giants. And I'm like, well, why y'all keep talking about the Giants, bro? Like, every 5 minutes they kept bringing it up. I'm like, they're already making great plays and you keep bringing it up. It's like the Cowboys can't fall to 0-2 if they're trying to make the playoffs. And then it's like the Giants, same thing. And I was like, well, somebody got to lose today, so we're going to see.
Mm-hmm.
The good win part of it is you could pull out a clutch win. You know what your offense is capable of. You see what your quarterback is now capable of going into his 10th year. So some of these things that he's doing is like, well, it's 10 years. At some point, you got to be a vet and make some of these plays. The good sign is that your head coach got his first win. The good sign is that the Dallas Cowboys are always going to find a way to be entertaining. Because, Joe, I forgot to bring this up on Friday, but you know that was 1,000. I think it was 1,000th game. Not the 1,000th game. I think it was some anniversary for the Cowboys. Dang, should have wrote it down. It was some anniversary for the Cowboys. I think it was the 1,000th game that they played or something there. But I was like, this is the only way this game has to be entertaining because they're gonna mess around and lose it. And look at this, Russell Wilson. Yeah. So good signs. Offense looks good. You got a decent running back. Your quarterback is looking nice after 2 weeks. Your head coach got his first win at home in Dallas. Now, bad sign. Michael Parsons gone. And if you ain't hear me, Michael Parsons gone. That pass rush, was obsolete. The pass rush was obsolete. The run game, everything Jerry said about stopping the run game was there until Cam Scatterboo got in the game. But as far as your pass rush, your edges give you nothing. When I tell you Dante Fowler was one of the best pass rushers for the Commanders, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. This might have been the guy that got traded from the Jaguars or cut, but I don't know who this Dante Fowler is. I mean, of course, our rookie is a rookie, so I don't expect him to give us the best pass rush in the world. But it's just like if your only pressure is coming up the middle, a lot of people will start saying Green Bay won the trade. It's still week 2. I mean, Michael Parsons is a generational talent. So anytime you trade that away, the other team 9 times out of 10 looks like they're going to win the trade. But if you let Russell Wilson throw for 450 yards on the same route, they was playing backyard football.
Yeah,
they didn't even run routes for real. They were just like go deep. Neighbors was funny after the game. Some Russ said, "Look, man, throw it up." He said, "Just look up. I'm gonna throw it up." He was like, "All right." That's all they was doing. No real over routes. None of that. It was all bombs. I don't understand it, but Trayvon looked bad. Coming back from an injury, but you look bad. Donovan Wilson looked bad. Malik Hooker looked bad. Joe, we could have been in the secondary. We probably would have made more plays. Because at least if I'm saying they throwing it deep every play, it's like, look, I'm going to be 50 yards back. Y'all figure it out up there. And they still was letting people get past them. Like, it was just bad. So as far as the bad side, your defense is bad, but you expected this once you traded Michael Parsons away. You kind of expected it was going to be bad anyway, even though Michael was there. But Michael gives you that pressure to the quarterback, which could have helped your secondary a little bit, but it doesn't affect your run game because you had no defensive tackle. So either way, you never had two things that match. Another good sign.
Okay.
We got a kicker, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you get them to the 50, man, we good money. As long as we got a chance to win the game. I ain't say get to the 50 just to get 3 points, but get to the 50 to win the game, man, in Dallas. Good money. Take it away, Joe.
Nah, man, that's like the Eagles tush push. That's how, you know what I mean? Like, it's automatic. You know?
So, I was listening to something with somebody wanted to compare the two. I was like, yeah, they was like, which one is more effective? Brandon Aubrey kicking field goals or the tush push? I said, I'm going with the tush push because they fall start. Go ahead.
And they continue drives. We're gonna get to them next. But I do want to go with you. Good win because you're not 0-2 in the division. Y'all, a win is a win. Like week 18, we're not gonna care about how y'all won. You know, it's all about did you win.
That's true.
But you do see some bad signs. You know, like obviously it's week 2, it's early. Y'all can always change stuff up as the season goes, get better, new head coach, a new defensive coordinator. Y'all run a lot of zone, you know, and when you run zone, you just need one miscommunication and bonkers. And that's what happened to Wan'Dale Robinson when he got that touchdown on 4th down. Was that 4th down? Or 3rd down? It was 3rd down, I think.
He got so many, bro. I don't know. It could have been 4th. It could have been 1st.
When he caught the one after the 2-minute warning. He caught the one right before the 2-minute warning.
I think that was a 3rd down.
Yeah, so y'all was running zone, and it was you saw Trayvon there looking at the like, what you doing? Like, it was miscommunication. He was open, like he said, he just did it like he just went straight fly route, you know. And yeah, man, like you said, Russell Wilson 450 passing yards. I'm pretty sure Dayball went to this man and said, Russ, I feel you. You're not trying to turn the ball over, bro. You gotta throw this ball, all right? You have to throw this rock because against us, he was so conservative. He was like, no, he was getting pressure.
Y'all kind of made him conservative too, though.
Yeah, you mentioned it. The pressure. Oh my goodness, they O-line actually did a good job against y'all, and they still didn't have their best offensive lineman Thomas. He was still out, you know, and that was getting kind of pressure at times. But that's understandable. They got a really good defensive line, and. So that's that. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Russ had a good game. That interception he threw, that was just a bad pass. He threw it in the middle of the field. We should have threw it to the outside. Neighbors, 9 receptions, 167 yards. Wan'Dale Robinson, 8 receptions, 142 yards. 2 players almost were over 150, and they combined with 3 touchdowns. It's crazy because Malik Neighbors' last touchdown, they did a save play on 1st down, and then Russ ran for a 1st down, and then on the next jump,
right back to it, Joe. Right back.
And that was, I thought it was over. He shot with a Steph Curry night. Like they showed Russ, it was like holding Russ up. Russ look at the camera, like looking at the sideline, like yeah, I'm still that guy. Yeah. What's his little slogan, Joe?
Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited, right? So he would look at the camera like, I'm still him. Did a night. It had Jackson Dart putting his fingers in Jameis Winston's mouth with the W. You see that?
That was real?
That was I saw it.
That was AI. No, that
wasn't AI, bro. That was not AI.
That was AI.
That wasn't AI.
That was AI. I remember the one time they did do it in the preseason with Jackson Dart Cook, but he ain't put that was AI.
Not coming AI, bro. I saw that. AI, I was like, nah. I ain't see it live on TV, but I saw on social media. That couldn't have been AI.
Cuzzo already came on and called us old, bro. That's AI, Joe. That's AI. That's AI.
Nah, bro. That wasn't real? Okay, cool. All right.
Thank you, Carl. We was going to be here for another 10 minutes, Joe. That wasn't real. That was AI.
All right. But anyways, I thought it was over. And like you said, y'all were clutch and on the get in the field goal range to get the field goal. But also another last bad sign. It took y'all the whole overtime to beat these boys. Y'all had opportunities to win, and y'all could not do nothing on offense. But luckily, the Giants couldn't do nothing either. They couldn't move the ball also. Oh, yes, that's not lastly. This is lastly. The Giants, y'all had some too, but the Giants got killed by penalties. Killed. I mean, we talking about self-inflicted wounds, personal fouls, false starts. Shout out to number 55. False starts. I mean, they just that first drive they should have had a touchdown, but they had to set up for 3. I can't pinpoint right now, but there were times when they got to stop on y'all and they got a personal roughing the passer, something like that. Like they just kept shooting themselves in the foot, and it still went to overtime to the last second. So like. That's why it's a bad sign. But it's better to see bad signs in a win versus seeing the loss. Because at the end of the day, you won the game. You won the game, and y'all just gotta fix some things up.
Yeah, when you say it like that, Joe, now I think about Shannon Sharp used to be good, man, on Undisputed when he was like, never accept stuff in a win that you wouldn't accept in a loss. So technically, what you're saying, Joe, it is good to see it, but sometimes it can create bad habits.
Yes.
For certain players. Like another positive that came out in this game. Now you said Wan'Dale Robinson had 142, and I think Malik. Both of them had over 100 yards, right? If you looked at the stat, 142 and 167, and Malik had 2 touchdowns. Wan'Dale had 1.
Over 300 yards total. Yeah.
There you go. Now you strip the names away. You would think that would be George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
Facts.
But it wasn't. CD had 112, but Pickens showed you why he was in his offense as well. Because if you ask me, if George Pickens wasn't there on Sunday, the Cowboys lose this game. If Mike McCarthy was the head coach, I think the Cowboys lose this game. Because there's just certain play calls that was made throughout that game that helped us stay in it, like still running the ball. So that was another good sign that Cowboy fans could look at too, is that, hey, Javonte Williams, I say it on Twitter, and I'll say it here, he remind me of Zeke. And some people like, nah, Zeke was way more explosive, but I'm talking about his run style reminds me of Zeke, where it's that powerful run. He leans forward, and right after that, he hurdled somebody when I tweeted it. I'm like, man, he remind me of Zeke, and then he hurdled somebody. I was like, that's the stamp right there. The pass blocking is there. Like, I think this is a good second chance for him. I do think we do need another back because, again, Miles Sanders is good. He just doesn't have that speed like he used to.
No.
I think he's still trying to find his footing, but this is Javonte's. He's the starting running back, and then it's everybody else. So if we can get a 1-2 punch like the Lions got, that would be good. But I'm just happy to see George Pickens get in the end zone because of all the stuff that people was talking about. Is like, man, y'all got to get him the ball. He going to start getting upset. I mean, he got the ball. He got in the end zone. We got the win. He had the clutch play. Like, it's all there. And I think it's going to light up for the rest of the week. So this offense is going to be there. The Cowboys just signed Jadeveon Clowney for, I think they got him for like 2 years. I don't know how much money it was, but that might help with somewhat help with the pass rush. All the signs of what was bad with this team, like you said, can be fixed. But the good things that I am seeing, and maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid just a little bit more, is I'm starting to see a lot of change within these last 2 weeks, just how the culture is moving in Dallas. So, hey, and maybe it took the Giants to be like, hey, we gotta get more serious. But we won though.
No, I would say that. I think that I can see the difference, the swagger in the team. And George Pickens was clutch down the stretch. I like his play down the stretch. And Tolbert, he caught a clutch third down pass. What's wrong?
He dropped the clutch one too, but
okay.
That killed the momentum. That was the first 3-and-out drive. Right through his hands. I thought that was good defense. No, he just dropped it.
But the one he caught though, it was a very low ball, and he got his hands under it. And I thought he dropped it. They should have replayed his hands were under. So, I mean, offensively, y'all were clicking. Dak did throw a horrible interception. But
that was AI too. They should have called that one back. The ball moved as he got down there. They let his man have his moment, man. You're supposed to take that back.
He got pressure that play, right? I think he got pressure that play. But overall, Dak was good, though. Overall, he was good. And it was funny because I was listening to Pro Football Focus video, and they said that I don't know why the Giants run man. Dak was 14 for 23 for 158 yards in man coverage. And I'm looking at the stats, and I'm like, that mean he was better than his own coverage. You talk about that's only 9 completions. He had 14 total with 38 completions. So like Dak, y'all he threw the ball 52 times and y'all won. Usually quarterbacks don't win when they throw the ball that much. So I'm gonna give him this props for that. You know, I know it's only the Giants, but it's a division game. You 0-2. Both of y'all are fighting to avoid 0-2. So the Giants brought an extra juice to y'all game than they did to our game because it's like, oh, we can't get into this hole, you know. So shout out to y'all. Good win, but there's some bad signs.
Definitely some bad signs, especially if you're looking at the division. Like I said, this game could go either way if you want to be a trash talker. Like, if you want trash talk and say, man, y'all was in a dogfight with the Giants, I'm gonna sit back and tell you, like, yeah, that's true. But what does that say about our brothers in the NFC East? Because just a week ago, I mean, we had them fighting and scratching too. So I'm just saying, division
I ain't
games
gonna
can go
lie.
either way.
I was watching that game. I was like, dang, they struggling with this team, even though we just played them. But you know, every week is different. Cause look what y'all did with Philly, and look what y'all did with the Giants, like you said, right? So
I ain't gonna lie. If I was the Commanders fan, I would have been like, well, nah, I'm not even gonna say if I was, because I know people that was calling me something, bro. You said y'all was supposed to smoke the Giants. Like,
I remember
I'm looking at this.
I thought you said this is an easy team. You said I know I did, but
hey, I know I did, but look, man, we won. I ain't got 2 more. You right. The Giants. Just know it would have been a lot of humble pie if we would have lost.
Oh my gosh!
I told a lot of people. I said, look, man, we lose to the Giants. Don't worry about me talking no trash. Y'all got it. I don't care what you say. The rest is. We got like 16, 17. We got 15 more games. And I'm like, nope. I ain't got nothing for you, bro. I'm done. We lost to the Giants week 2. We could be in the playoffs. We lost week 2, Joe. I ain't got nothing for you.
I'm going to hunt you the rest of the year.
Crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Shawty, though. First one.
Yeah, man. First of many, man. We're going to see what happens. It's a long season. Week 2. We move on to some more controversial news. You know, this play has been talked about since it's been introduced. I mean, since they switched it from the QB sneak to what they call the brotherly shove. I heard they call it with the Bills. I heard they call it like the snowplow or something like that. I think that's the nickname the Bills gave it.
That's actually cool.
I was like, yeah, that's nice.
For Buffalo.
For Josh Allen. Anyway. After you said you want to ban it, you give it a nickname. The Bills are so confusing.
Crazy.
So confusing. But anyway. A lot of people are coming out and a lot of controversial takes have been about this play. The owners went to vote for it. They could have banned it. But like I said, the Bills is one of the teams that use it and then wanted to ban it. And now people are starting to revert back and say, man, maybe we should have got rid of it. A lot of film is coming out, Joe. They're showing guards moving before the ball is hiked. They're saying refs are missing calls, especially after you go to Arrowhead and you beat the Chiefs yet again. 20-17. Some would say a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl rematch, but it didn't look like the Super Bowl. It looked like a more closer game. I think this is Super Bowl we actually wanted to score right here because this game was way more competitive than what the Chiefs looked like in February. Until, you know, Kelsey would to shake it off and give Guantanamo Bay. I'm gonna call him that because he got the pick, Kev. Because other than that, his name is Quinyon. But Joe. Should the Tush Push be banned?
I mean, didn't they vote for it already?
There we go.
No, it should not be banned. Now, will it? I think it will now because number one, it happened to the Chiefs. That's number one. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? It happened to the Chiefs, like you said, on 2 crucial downs. One was a touchdown, one was a first down. So that's number one. And people say that happens all the time. I disagree. They don't do that all the time, but a lot of times they do that, and a lot of times the center be above the ball. Sometimes you can't do that. that's already a penalty right there. They have called offsides on the offense multiple times on the Tush Push, though. They have called it. But what I do think is going to happen is they're going to be more aware of the line. I think going to be more cautious now Cause I'm pretty sure the NFL got some complaints, but they already voted for it. And I'm looking at the teams that voted that didn't vote. We went on this episode before, this section before. Obviously, Philly. Philly shouldn't even have a vote. But Philly voted against the ban. The Ravens, AFC. The Browns, AFC. Jags, AFC. Dolphins, AFC. Patriots, AFC. Jets, AFC. Titans, AFC. And then a couple of teams that, who cares? The Saints, they ain't making the playoffs. They don't care about the
Yo.
And respect to the Lions, because Dan Campbell, he came out publicly and said, I'm not going to vote against it. So shout out to them. But most of these teams are in the AFC. Every NFC team except for 2 voted against it because they understand it. But the vote already has
division.
Especially in the division. We all voted against it.
Get it out of here.
Get out of here. You know, do I like to play? No. Do I not like to play because it's Philly and it's in my division? No. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't think it's so much of an advantage on the offense when you got 3 people or 2 people pushing you on over the line. So like that right there is wild. And then you can't, like, they have banned that from the field goal tries. So it's like now you can't. It's just weird. This is a weird thing they got, but it already been voted. It would look crazy to vote for it and then bring it back to the table, and then the teams who voted against the ban change their mind. What change? It's the same they're gonna play. Literally,
they had to defend it.
Like, yeah, they had to defend it. So, I mean, if we get the Ravens and Eagles in the Super Bowl and the Eagles win,
because of oh my goodness,
they might vote against it.
Not even that, Joe. Just you talking about? I was like, bruh, if the Ravens lose to the Eagles in the Super Bowl because of that 1-yard play from Jalen Hurts,
oh yeah,
we gonna have to console brother Chris, bruh. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
bruh. That would be the chat might blow. Your phone might actually blow up in your hand because of how much AJ is gonna go. Bruh, Unfazed is gonna be unbearable for the next year. Like, they just won the Super Bowl and he's been calm. But
I know
they
he's
beat
been
the
calm.
Ravens. Oh my goodness, bro. This is why y'all need to join the chats, man.
I know, right?
But
Kev, I'm with you though.
Yep, I would say, Kev, you kind of beat me to it, and I'm glad you were here because there were some Eagle fans that came out and said, well, y'all crying about us false starting, but the Chiefs defensive line was I think they was offsides a little bit, encroachment. They was hovering over the ball as well, trying to make the play. We already know what happened with Louvu, when he was like, look, man, I don't care, I'm jumping. And to me, Louvu,
Dan Quinn told him to do it.
Okay, Dan, when you watch the play, do y'all not know Jalen Hurts kind of waits till the plow is there and then he goes over the top? Like, it's not like he's down there with the center half the time. Like, sometimes he'll actually get the ball and then he'll end up getting pushed over the top.
Well, no, he didn't try to do it to stop it. He did it just to like go off sides.
Oh, my man. I'm with
like literally, he's gonna do it over and over again until they do something about it.
He heard the chats about 12 weeks earlier. Remember the Falcons game? When me and Carl was like, look, I'd have just kept running off sides. At some point, they was gonna get you out of first. I think it's a penalty at some point.
No, and they say they're gonna award 7 points.
Oh no, I ain't doing all that.
6 points on that. That's what they said.
Well, technically, you can give them the 6 points. You get the ball back. That saves some time because now you ain't got to worry about people going under the power. Anyway, I don't think they're gonna ban it. What I think is gonna happen now is, right. That's exactly what he do. Okay, let me get off here because now I'm looking at the. So I don't think they're gonna ban it, but what I think is gonna happen is they're gonna enforce a line. That's exactly what he's doing. Go back and watch it, Joe. It's crazy.
I go ahead, sorry.
Right into the end zone, and now he's celebrating. They're gonna definitely have a line judge enforce the rule a little bit more. Yeah, they had a few judges, like you said. I've seen them call all sides a few times. I've seen you all be successful in actually stopping it. I think the Bucks did it once. There's a few teams that had a few moments, but it's like the luck of the draw if you really gonna stop it. It really comes down to refereeing, and again, too many teams voted for it. They're not gonna bring it back up. If they do bring it back up, there's like 16 other rules that they need to bring back up too, that they need to go back and re-vote on that they said was okay. So, so yeah, line judges, do your job. If you see the ball, if you see the players moving before the ball, call it. Other than that, We just gotta deal with the players here to stay. And teams, again, we said it on several segments. I'll say it again. Watch the film and master it. Go get an AJ Dillon to help push your quarterback over the crowd, over the pile, man. Crowd surf, get the first down. Because imagine you playing Philly, you get the 3rd and 1, don't get it, then you get a 4th and 1, and you out push Tush them or Tush Push
Nobody
whatever.
has done it against them. You're right. No one.
Just do it against them, and if it fails, then they gonna laugh at you. But still, you tried it.
I know they're gonna go at it. But the refs will be more strict. Like Javon said in the chat, he said it's stressful to officiate it. And you know they're having a meeting this week about it, the referees. The NFL called a meeting for the referees. How we gonna officiate it, all that stuff. They might have to use replay assistants to spot the ball, all that extra stuff.
I mean, they got the digital spot now. So
yeah, the digital junk. Yeah, that's what I meant. I said replay assistant. That's what I meant. And like it's funny because when you watch a replay of the Tush Push and you see the players, that it be some deeper to players backwards and like just trying to push the foul. It's like nothing you can do sometimes. Like it's just
it be the tackles who be trying to smack the ball from the center, and then he end up on the pile like this. It's like, bro, this is just all bad, bro. It's just all bad.
I feel bad for the person on the bottom of that pile, like the center. Oh my god, could they go low?
That's why you're tired.
Yeah, remember he said every time they call it, he says, "You know what, me." Like
hey,
every
look,
time.
Man. I remember I told Kev the science of the play, and he was like, "Nah." So I'm like, "Bro, Kelsey gets so low to the ball like a cat that when he hike it, it's not even fair for the defensive tackle. That as a defensive tackle, bro, just mirror him. So as low as you gonna go, I guess we gonna get a concussion because we gonna meet. They be still halfway up there now. He like, anyway, it's just crazy. I'm about to have a finable offense just now. But the Eagles return home to play the Los Angeles Rams next Sunday, and then the Chiefs visit.
I know.
The Chiefs got the Giants on Sunday night.
I know.
So Chiefs don't look that good though. The Giants might get a chance. They might win.
I think after that they got like the Lions or something. They got a tough schedule after this. Like they got Giants, and then they got like another tough stretch.
I think the Giants gonna win this game.
Oh, you do? It's gonna be in New York, right?
If Hurts could win with only 100 yards, look what Rush just did.
Yeah, man did had 116 total yards. That's crazy.
Bro, he is winning.
Somebody says he's gonna win MVP. I mean, it gotta be off wins. It can't be off stats at all. Right now, the man got like 200 yards total for the year.
He is one. They are finding ways to win, bro. This is the true definition.
They are.
Of finding ways to win. Hey,
they are. They're a good team.
They are a good team. I don't think this next team gonna be good though.
Ooh, which one is that?
The Bengals. So reports came out. Well, didn't come out because they seen Joe Burrow go down for the 3rd time in 6 seasons, and he's gonna miss significant time. They say Joe Burrow is to have toe surgery, and he's gonna be out for the next 3 months. I think the injury came around about the 2nd quarter. Was it about the 2nd
before
quarter?
Halftime.
Yep, right before halftime against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mm-hmm. And the question is, can the Bengals survive without Burrow?
Ooh.
Joe, I like the question. I'm going to say no to keep it simple, but I'm going to do this for my HOA partner because I know he in the chat somewhere typing this up. The question should be, is Joe Burrow injury prone? Because there's a lot of other quarterbacks that would get this label if they kept going down this way. And Joe Burrow's injuries, right? Torn ACL and MCL in 2020, missed 6 games. Dislocated his pinky finger in 2021. Then he had the MCL sprain. You know, they made the Super Bowl that year. Played through a calf injury in 2023. Had the wrist injury in 23, missed 7 games. And now he got the turf toe, missing 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know a few quarterbacks that went down and they say they're injury prone. I'm going to say these 2 guys are on the same bus. I'm not even going to say the same bus. They live in the same apartment complex, but one just has a penthouse. Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott, right? Because Dak got injured in some freakish ways, and people start saying, well, your quarterback injury prone, and he definitely don't know how to like stay healthy throughout the season. And now you got to start asking questions about if, right? So I would say Dak live on like the 5th floor. We know who in the penthouse. Still HOA. But Joe Burrow keeps finding ways. Well, now he doesn't find ways to get hurt because it's football. People won't get hurt. But Joe Burrow stays on the injury report. At some point, you got to ask that question. But Joe Burrow is also the same NFL agent that didn't vouch for an offensive lineman. The same Joe Burrow that says he want to get his guys played. They went out and paid Trey. They went out and paid T. They went out and paid Chase. And of course, you want to pay Chase because that's your boy. But there's some other things where you need to allocate the money to make sure that you get the ball to your quarterback, because there's a team that we cracking jokes about, but they're finding ways to win because they have the trenches. They have the offensive line and the defensive line. Trey is okay to have, but every time I think about Trey, I think about people that, it's very bitter. But every time I think about Trey, I think about what would have happened if the Cowboys would have signed Michael Parsons. They would say, oh yeah, y'all got Michael Parsons, but then what? You got a $60 million quarterback. You got a $30+ million wide receiver. Now you got a $40+ million pass rusher who's undersized. Yes, I'm taking shots, but still hurt. But that's 90% of your cap space right there. So how are you going to build around this? Because again, you can't draft perfectly all the time. And sometimes these free agents, you got to pay them too. So you can't just makeshift a team and get to the Super Bowl. It's going to be tough. So can the Bengals survive? I think they win a few games. Do I think they make the playoffs? It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough road because, again, Aaron Rodgers is still with the Steelers, and they're going to find ways to win games. Again, it's still a new environment for them. The Ravens, well, you see what how they bounce back. And then, well, I don't know. Browns, I forgot the Browns was over there. They ain't winning the division, I can tell you that. So it might be tough, but the AFC is still tough too because you got to think about the Chargers. They looking good. The Colts are looking good. There's a lot of teams that could take their spot. So in these 3 months, it's going to be very, very tough, but they still got weapons to win games. Mm-hmm. So I think they can survive. I don't see how they make the playoffs, though, by the time he gets back.
Yeah, so it's crazy. You mentioned the injuries. I was going to mention that, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to mention the timing of the injuries. I feel like he gets hurt and at the bad times. Like his first time getting hurt, it was his rookie year. He could have won Rookie of the Year, and boom, he gets hurt. The second time he got hurt in 2023, like he said, they were 0-2 again, and then they were fresh off of a 4-game win streak, back-to-back wins over the 49ers and the Bills, playing Lamar Jackson on primetime. Lamar and them got an early lead, and they started gaining momentum, and he got hurt and out for the season. And then, like you said, this year, they finally go 1-0. He plays the most preseason games in time he ever played in his career. And then he gets hurt in week 2. It's like, they signed, they got Hendrickson, they got all their guys, and then he gets hurt. So I feel with Joe Burrow, and I'm with Kev. I wouldn't say he's injury prone. It's a crazy stat. Andrew Luck. Did you know Andrew Luck in his career averaged 6.8 hits a game? Do you know Joe Burrow was at 6.6? He basically hit the same amount of times as Andrew Luck, and Andrew Luck retired because he got hit too much. Think about that. So I don't think, like I said, I don't think so. I just think he gets so beat up behind the line. He does hold the ball too much. And so did Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was like, I need to be a hero. That's how he held on the turnovers too. But he gets hit a lot. Part of it's the offensive line, and part of it is Joe Burrow. All right. But as far as the Bengals go without Burrow, let's talk about Jay Browning. Jay Browning, he came in for Burrow in 2023. All right. And he went 3-3 in his last he went 4-3 in the last 7 games in the season. And he had a 71% completion percentage, averaged 266 yards a game, 11 passing touchdowns, 14 total touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. So he wasn't that bad. But they said Burrow will be out for at least 3 months. At least 3 months. So best case scenario, I did 3 months from today. All right? Well, from Sunday. 3 months from Sunday. The next game will be December 14th. That's week 15 at home against the Ravens. Tombo, I'm going to read the games leading up to that game. And you tell me how many wins you hear. These are the games that are at home. The Lions, the Steelers, the Jets, the Bears, the Patriots, the Ravens. Okay. Probably see a couple of wins in there, a few wins in there, right?
2.
On the road, the Vikings. But that's without JJ McCarthy, obviously.
He could probably win that one.
The Broncos on the road, the Packers on the road, the Steelers on the road, the Ravens on the road, the Bills on the road. Dog, just like Javon said, literally the first thing, which I can show you, the first thing I wrote in my notes, they're cooked. That's what I put. That's what Vaughn said in the chat, in the comment section. He said, you see their schedule, they're cooked. So I looked up his number. Okay, he looked good. Okay, he wasn't that bad 2023. And then I saw the schedule. I'm like, oh no, they're done. They're not making the playoffs, bro. I can see 5 wins at best, and they get 5 wins. That's 7, and Burrow got to come back and go 3-0, basically. And one of those 3-0s is against the Ravens. So, and 10 wins in the ALC just might not let you in the playoffs. So, I'm gonna say they're out. They're done. Hang it up.
That sucks. I went back and they definitely losing to Green Bay with that offensive line. What's that, week 6? Yeah, Mike is still gonna be on. Let me chill out because we gotta play Mikey in 2 weeks. But depends on how the Cowboys game go. Because if he look bad in the Cowboys game, it's gonna be all hell for everybody else after that. So yeah, they definitely lost that one. And then, like I said, Pittsburgh defense they gonna start clicking at some point, and it can get ugly for Jake.
Not just that, the Bengals defense itself.
Yeah, nah. You're done, son. The timing of it is bad. Like you said, he just played, and then that's another thing too. This goes back to what we was talking about. Remember, I said Dak need to be out there in the preseason, at least to get his reps up.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of knew this was kind of coming based upon how the Bengals looked in the preseason. Like,
against us, especially.
Yes. And some of those games, that O-line was not blocking the way they needed to. And it was like, you sure you still want to keep playing them in this?
But he be doing too much. Burrow be doing too much sometimes.
It is kind of little highlight-esque where you're trying to make the big play every time. But when you got T. Higgins and Chase, I think that's the downfall. It's like they there. So
that's true. But he's not the most mobile guy.
That's true too.
Like, he want to sit in the pocket and deliver. So I don't understand why the Bengals aren't prioritizing that, like the offensive line.
And then the play calling needs to be quick plays. It needs to be quick. Like my man Chris say, man, I could drop back 3 steps and hand it off to Jamar Chase.
Like, that man said the highlight tape of the game, and it was great pitches. There you go, pitch and catch.
But that's what you got to do with that offensive line, because anything longer than that, you get this.
Get that run game going.
Yeah,
but if the all line is bad, it don't matter.
Yeah, Kev, I'm not gonna say Jake Browning is that Nick Foles. I might say Cooper Rush. He gonna do enough to get the fans hyped, but he's not making no Super Bowl push.
But Nick Foles don't turn the ball over. He didn't turn the ball over a lot with y'all. Like, he be turning the ball over. The man threw 3 interceptions against the Jaguars. He threw 3 and they still won. That's crazy because Trevor Lawrence threw 3 too, I think.
Oh, they put up like 30-something points, huh?
Yeah. They had 7 when Burrow got hurt too, I think.
See what happened?
But Trevor, when you got what?
Remember last year they was like, the offense, they got to put up 40 points. Cowboys had to put up 40 and 1. They put up 40 and lost. So Jake might be the thing. Jake might be the truth.
I'm telling you,
man. Come on, Vaughn. Back straight. I think they beat the Vikings.
I mean, the Vikings got a defense, bro.
Yeah, but they having a tough time on offense too.
They are, but I'll take the Bengals. I'll take the Vikings offense against the. No, I don't know. Because the Bengals, who they backup quarterback? I don't know who their backup quarterback is.
For the Vikings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And Aaron Jones just got put on IR too.
Yeah, they got Jordan Mason though.
Yeah.
I like he not Aaron Jones, but he's a younger back. He's younger. And Aaron Jones, bro, like the man is bound every year. Oh, dog.
Carson. Oh yeah, it's Carson Wentz. Thank you.
Carson Wentz. I saw Desmond Ridder. Yeah, they had sound Desmond Ridder too, but Carson Wentz was, oh my goodness.
Yeah, never mind. The Vikings gonna win that game too, because Carson gonna throw it up. Yeah, Jett is about to have a day.
I mean, Trey Hendrickson could put fear in Carson Wentz though.
I think
he gonna throw it. He gonna throw it to Jettas. No, for sure. He gonna throw it to Jettas. You right.
The Vikings
Right.
O-line could probably hold up for one player. Like, you just slide the protection one way, tell Carson, hey, get it out quick. We got the running backs. It'll be a tough one. Well, you might be onto something. I second guess it.
I'm not gonna lie, the Bengals defense are looking better than last year so far.
Yeah, but they're not, like you said, coming back December 4th. You might as well just take the season off.
If they in the playoff hunt, you come back.
If they in the playoff hunt. But by October 26th, when they're going up against the Jets, and you look at the rest of the AFC, you might just want
tough. I don't know why it's so. It's their division. Their division is tough already.
Yeah, because you coming off, you gonna already have what? Well, they beat Cleveland. You probably gonna have another divisional loss to the Steelers. So now you're gonna be 1-1 in the division again. Like you said, December 14th, you probably lose to the Steelers again. You're gonna lose to the Ravens without him. So that
You get swept by the Ravens without him.
that hope is
already. The Steelers too.
Yeah, that hope is already gone, Joe. And like I said, in the AFC, there's a lot of teams that's looking nice right. Well, it's week 2, but it's looking nice right now.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's it. I was just saying, looking nice right now. Go ahead.
I was about to say the Browns, but they played the Browns last game of the season, so if Burrow were to come back, he would be there for that. But the Browns play on tough every time, too. Yeah, Chase got to be able to he was out there last time when Brownie came in, so we'll see what happens. I think it's over.
I think he's saying he need to request a trade.
Oh, he got to get out of there. Dang. Nah, his guy said he's got paid. That man has got his bread.
Gotta go to the highest bidder, man. It's time to go.
Yeah, I mean,
he gotta go.
I mean,
he gotta go.
Is it fun? Yeah, it is. It's behind you. Look, you got on your background.
Is it fun though? I'm gonna let you finish your thought. But is it?
Technically, no. But if we talk about technically the actual the time we rewarded, no. But yeah, it's fine. Oh, go ahead, do your thing. Back.
Nah, you was about to say one more thing before I went that way.
We gonna get Brian Thomas Jr.
You get y'all. I hate to say it, y'all might end up with one of them LSU boys.
It's gonna be hard to get Neighbors. He with the Giants, bro. Like it's gonna be hard to get him. He gonna have to walk. But Brian Thomas Jr.
Joe,
what?
If I'm Neighbors at Egypt, they gonna have to put. I'm pulling a Micah. Y'all gonna have to pay me the bag the day of I can get an extension, because the way this Giants team looks, if you keep Dayball around, I'm out, bro.
Especially if we're winning. Ask Terry, is it firm? I mean, he asked him, is he firm? He gotta get warmed up for the season.
Yeah, but nah, if you Neighbors, bro, the talent is there. And I'm just looking at what happened with Odell. What I tell you about the Odell game? I said they look good, but they lost. He looked good, but they lost. He gonna be on the Browns soon?
Wow, I'm telling you, man. It's like Garrett Wilson, like the man.
Yeah,
like, he's a talented receiver, but they keep losing.
Like, bro, you can't keep. Yeah, man. Like, you gotta get out of there.
I mean, the GM, bro. I mean, look at their team, bro. Like,
I think it's the GM. I think they both would be a better. Yeah, I think he would be a better coach. They're not giving him nothing.
Yeah, look at who he working with. They are terrible in the old trenches. Like, come on, man. Chris Olave.
I ain't
Chris Olave. Derek Carr was feeding that man in the hospital. Shout out to
I'm Chris Olave. I'd have got out of there myself.
Yeah, he should have been left. For
I need a doctor's note is my trade. I'm getting out of there. I'm getting out of there. Them passes was crazy. Nah, I'm not benching Russ.
Yeah, I mean, what's the rush? No pun.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no my bad. You got to keep Russ. They even brought Jackson that game. Matter of fact, Joe, before we even get into the details of what you going through right now, just go back a few topics. Bro, they even threw Jackson Dart out there like they was up 40. Like, what were you thinking?
Oh, no, it was a Packers play.
Yeah, no. You need to win this game. If they didn't work, that's just dumb. Like, the plays worked, but
No, not one. One he slipped. Remember, he
Oh
slipped
yeah,
on
that
one.
one. The first one came straight up the
Yeah,
middle.
I know, right? It was a handoff. It's just a it throws you off. I like that. I thought the Steelers should have did that a lot more with Fields last year. Had packages drawn up for him, and then throughout the game you throw him in there. That's what Kyle Shanahan did with Trey Lance. Remember, Jimmy Garoppolo. It was first down they couldn't score. It was red zone. I mean goal line. First time they couldn't score. Second time they couldn't score. Third time they couldn't score. Trey Lance come out here, fake handoff, run the ball, and touchdown.
And then he ended up starting.
I know, that's what Jimmy G days were number after that play.
That's why if Jackson Dart would have threw the ball one of them plays, I ain't gonna lie, I would have gotten the huddle and said, I know what we doing here, fellas, but hey, neighbors, give me one, bro. We gonna do a play action and I'm throwing it up, neighbors. Like, I gotta give me one. We in Dallas, man. It's on the big screen. I might have got cut, but hey, somebody gonna sign me after that one.
Facts.
Facts. Now let's back to it. The water fine, Joe? You sure? You sticking your toe in that water?
Am I sticking my toe in that water? Hold on, it's not up there. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no. This news comes out that I don't know what's going on with the injury alert, but Jaden Daniels, he had the MRI on his knee. And some say this could be a crucial, what do they say? The most crucial detail from the MRI is there's no indication of severe ligament damage, like a torn ACL or MCL. They say it's just a sprain, if I'm not mistaken. But after coming off one of the best seasons, and then coming off of, what some would say a bad Thursday night, like just a horrible Thursday night as far as just since the Commanders have been, in the JD5 era. Joe, is injury a big deal or a little deal?
Now, I know a lot of people are comparing this to RG3. RG3 ended up wearing a knee brace. They say right now he's like wearing a knee brace. And there's no true updates on his injury until Wednesday. Right? So we want to know like exactly where he is when it comes to playing this week until Wednesday. But knowing what I hear from Jaden Daniels, obviously he's gonna push to play. And do I think it's a big deal? Nah. I think it's a little deal. I don't think it's big. Now, can it get worse? Obviously, it's an injury. An injury could always get worse if you throw him out there too soon, especially. Because it's funny because DJ Wise, he was not supposed to play. I'm not saying he was supposed to play. He's on an injury report, and you had the trainers and Dan Quinn watching him pregame to see if he could play. And they gave him the pass to play, and he ended up getting hurt. And he's out for the season. So injuries can get worse. But right now, as we're speaking, I'm gonna say little deal. This reminds me of the rib situation. Obviously, it's a different injury. The rib situation when he got hurt against the Panthers, he actually did not even finish that game. He couldn't even. That's different. Your body, yeah. You can't do certain things when your ribs messed up. But when your knee, you can still hop. You can still be active. You gotta hop a little bit. You can't run. So he stayed in the game against the Packers. But with the rib injury, it was the same situation. Oh, we don't have any updates. He's doubtful to play against the Bears. And like I said, a rib injury is worse than a knee injury because you got like every motion you take is like almost affecting your ribs, right? Especially as a quarterback. So he was doubtful. And then I remember he didn't practice Friday, right? Was it Friday or whatever the last day of practice? He did not practice, but he did, but in a bubble. So they ain't let none of the media watch him. And they try to interview him, and he was like, quick answer. And then game day happened, he's playing. I remember that. And then he confirmed that he's had the broken ribs, right? He had messed up ribs throwing the Hail Mary. So do I think the Commanders going to be precautious? Yes, because who we playing. See, at the time, with the broken ribs, we were playing Caleb Williams and the Bears, who were 4-2. Remember, they were 4-2. They were flying high.
The make and break game. That was another one of those. Yep, I remember because it's always with y'all in the beds where it's like, if we win this game, you see what the season is. But if you lose it, bro, it's always the Bears, Joe. That's crazy.
Facts. Because we lost to the Ravens, and then we beat the Panthers, and Caleb was coming to town. And it's like one overall versus 2 overall. Did we make the right decision? Did they make the right decision? And he coming back home it was a lot of storylines behind it. We had all black jerseys, you know what I mean? So like they were flying high. And then that Hail Mary kind of derailed their whole season for real. It just crumbled them. But that's why I think we pushed them to play when he probably shouldn't have played. He could have stayed out another week because we had a short week after that and played Philly. No, we played Pittsburgh after that. Sorry. So then Giants, then Pittsburgh. It was Giants and Pittsburgh, and then we played Philly, then we played y'all, and then we won. Then we never lost after that until we played Philly again. But this year is different. We got the Raiders. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. It's an NFL team. It's a Pete Carroll coach team. They got Max Crosby. They got players over there. But did you see them yesterday? Look, no, the Chargers got probably arguably the best defense in the league. They had the best scoring defense in the league last year. Derwin James is looking like a defensive player of the year right now. He's flying around like crazy. They lined him up in 6 different positions yesterday. Crazy. So he's all over the place. But do you see them yesterday? I mean, I thought we had pressure all game. Geno got pressure the whole game. And unlike Jaden Daniels, Geno going to take risks.
That
true. Man be throwing that. He had 3 interceptions, bro. He was throwing. So I'm pretty sure the Commanders feel comfortable riding with Marcus Mariota just to be extra careful with Jaden Daniels' knee. So if you ask me right now, will he play Sunday? I would say no, because I like Marcus Mariota know the offense, So I think he'll be good. But people forget Marcus Mariota also was hurt during training camp. He didn't have a lot of training camp time either. So that's something right there too. But it's a little deal. It's not a huge deal. I think he will recover from this. And the type of competitor he is, he will be fine when he come back.
It's a little big deal. The little deal is I think you all are going to do the right thing. And again, not force him out there to play because, like you said, again, it's a home game. You already had your first home game. You won blowout fashion. I mean, you seen the bounce back from what happened last week. You got the backup in Mariota who can go out and win you games, especially when your quarterback like to tap his helmet. But just had to take a little jab. I'm sorry, but that's the little part of it. The big deal is we don't know the severity of the injury as of right now because we're recording right now. So I got to give you my in the moment analysis of it because it could, knock on wood, I don't want it to be worse, but this could be something that lingers. And you kind of don't want that to happen because you're going to need JD5 because one of the elements to his game is if the play ain't there, I can take off and get out of bounds. Like that's the one thing I will say about JD is he going to get out of bounds. Like you going to have to tackle him in the pocket if he's running because if you catch him while he's running, then that means you caught him right before he could get out of bounds. He try to stay out of harm's way as much as possible, right? And on the drop backs, again, I got to go back and see what leg it's on. So again, like you said, your ribs is more in the throwing motion, but his game is his lower extremities, all for the wild people in the back. So if that's not there, that's an element from the game that's not going to help. You got a rookie right tackle who used to be a left tackle, so it's going to still take him some time to get used to the league. I'm looking at your next 2 opponents. Again, we talked about Vegas, so if he doesn't play that week, Joe, if you don't play for 2 weeks, one of them games, you can be like, hey, Bijan, I don't want to hear from you because my quarterback wasn't there. But y'all got to play the Falcons too, and they looking good, and they looking like they got something to say. Then you just talked about the Chargers. So you see what, like I said, we need to talk about the Hardballs because one of them looking like a way better coach, but I ain't going to say too much. But I'm just glad he in the AFC. I'm glad both of them in the AFC. But yeah, and then your schedule again down the stretch is you don't make something major, but I also don't want it to linger for how long it is. So we'll see what happens come Wednesday. Of course, it's going to be in the chat, but it's definitely going to be a bigger discussion. I want to tap on what Vaughn just said before I move on or let you rebut. Say I think it's a bigger deal because it seems like him and Terry haven't found their rhythm yet. That is true. The one thing about it too is Mariota knows who to get the ball to. So Terry might have one of his best games.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I seen it with my own 2 eyes. When y'all was struggling against Dallas, Mariota came in and Terry went crazy. And then he had the game-winning touchdown. You still got Debo. Yep. Go ahead.
He did good against the Panthers too when he came in, Marcus Mariota.
So yeah, he's still a vet, and he can use his legs as well. So the offense, I don't like you said, he didn't have the time, but he still knows the offense. He's been here for 2 years, same coordinator. It's not like other teams. So that's where, again, that's why I said it's a little deal as far as what your outcome for the season. The big deal is we don't know how serious it is in this moment. So hopefully, it's a 1 week thing. He bounced back. You see the same JD, and then we move forward. Because I like talking trash to y'all now. Some of y'all. Honestly, I just be chilling, but y'all making me start to talk trash. And it's not gonna be no fun if your quarterback not there. Like, I don't want to pick on teams that don't got their starting quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think it's he gonna miss more than if he missed again, it's gonna only be one. He's day to day right now. So like he can play this week. I think he could play this week, but they're gonna be they might even let him. I don't know, but I think we should. If just let him rest for a week. You know what I mean? And I know he's a competitor. He gonna want to play. I know he is, especially after that loss to Green Bay. He wants to come out and redeem himself. So just let that man sit. That's fine, and then come back against the Falcons on Monday night. I think it's Monday night.
Falcons, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon. Okay, Sunday in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So
now, y'all Monday night game is against the Bears. That's in 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
We'll welcome that.
Yeah,
I thought that would be a big game, but so far it looked like it's not gonna be.
Now y'all tied to, you only tied to Caleb for now because of the 1-2 thing. Like y'all gonna be tied at the hip for a while.
No, we tied to Ben Johnson too. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's true. It was rumors saying that he turned us down because he didn't want us to draft Jaden Daniels. He wanted Caleb Williams.
And it was rumored that you all wanted him, right? Wanted Jaden.
Yeah, we told him we was gonna get Jaden, and he was like,
text on the plane back.
One's on a plane, a text. Why are we wasting fuel to coming to you?
Do you think that was fuel or money well spent?
Yeah, it was. Because I mean, what we did, we recycled that fuel and used that same fuel to go back to Detroit and put whoopers on all of them. That's what we did. But go ahead.
So y'all did it.
The
Bears flew out there, and the Lions did it to him too. So either way, when he flies to Detroit or something about him being in Detroit, the last 2 times this guy was in Detroit, he's seen 50 points put up on the scoreboard.
Basically,
that is insane. The last time you left that arena, you seen 50 points. Did y'all put 50 up on them?
No, we put 40.
It's round up 50.
We should have done 50, but
45. Round up to 50. He's seen it. Then he go back. He said, "I got a new team, new quarterback. I'm gonna run some schemes. I seen how y'all look week 1 against the Packers. I mean, I can probably do something." But then he should have sat back on the plane and thought about it. Well, not even the plane to ride home and said, "Babe, I'm not even worried about how the Lions looked against the Packers because the way we looked against the Vikings, I need to fix some things." Sunday comes, Jared Goff throws 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns, Joe. 52-21 win over Ben Johnson led by Bears. They said the fans in Detroit were saying F Ben Johnson. It was a loud chant. F Ben Johnson. F Ben Johnson. I was like, man, I don't know if that's Adam Peters or if that's the Detroit lineman. I don't know who's saying it, but I'm hearing it on my phone. Joe, should the Bears fans be worried?
No, they shouldn't panic, but they should be worried.
Okay, I was waiting for you to say yes.
Yeah, like I think they shouldn't panic because it's week 2. Ben Johnson just got there. Ben Johnson is trying to teach Caleb, right? He's trying to transform Caleb, and it's not going to a good start. Now, what gets me worried a little bit is, okay, how I'm gonna say this? Caleb Williams, right? He's very sensitive. Let me straight up. He's sensitive, bro. I mean, the man cried, when he lost the game in college. He did, right? And Ben Johnson is a type coach. Like, get this right. You gotta do this. In the practice. You mess it up. No more practice. That's who he is. He's very stern. He looks so serious. Like when you see him, he just look like he just thinking about football and thinking about how he gonna. He just look serious every single time. So is that coaching style right for Caleb? I don't know. You know, that worries me right there because we are in a star led league. You know what I mean? Like the stars get the benefit of the doubt. Now, don't get me wrong. NBA is more of that. NFL is less of that. You know what I mean? Like the coaches have a lot of power in the NFL. I will say that. But your first overall pick, you invest into this kid, you picked him. He has power to him. So that's that. But Caleb Williams, he's been there. Game one, I would say he was the big problem against the Vikings. He definitely was the big problem. The defense played well all game, and then they just lost momentum in the fourth quarter. Those first 3 quarters, they did their job. They turned the ball. They got a pick six and everything. But Caleb was missing guys wide open. I mean, I'm talking about off target. One guy, Roman Duze, that's the only person he really got a good connection with. Everybody else, I really haven't really heard their name being called. Now, do I think Caleb played bad, horrible last game? I want to say he played worse in week one. The score don't say it, but he played worse in week one. Week two, I think he was too aggressive. Like the interceptions he had, it was kind of uncalled for. Like he threw one interception on second and like 20 something, trying to get a first down on second down.
Yeah, he was trying to scramble out of the pocket. Somebody said somebody got to remind him this ain't USC.
Yeah, real. He's running around a lot and he throws it. And then he throws it too far, interception. So they're gonna go through a learning curve, and I'm not too worried about I'm not gonna say I'm not too worried. You should be worried, but you should not panic, hitting the panic button. But you should be worried because what we're seeing from Caleb Williams early on in the season after what we saw last year, because last year was, oh, he don't have structure. Well, he got structure now, and he's still not looking good. But it's only week two. It's only week two.
So when he first got drafted, I was hearing a Bears fan or just people talking about Caleb in general. And he was like, "Hey man, we just got to see how it's going to turn out." They say he's a generational talent. They say he's going to bring all of this to the city, but Bears fans are kind of scorned. So you always have those 3 sections of fans. You have the Kool-Aid drinkers who are saying everything's going to be great. We're going to go 18-0. We're going to make it to the Super Bowl. And when I say 18, I mean they even going to win on the bye week. Right. And then you got some fans that's like right in the middle where it's just like, you know what, man, we could be good, but I just got to see some things, like I don't want to really put my toe too much in the water because I've been hurt before. And then you got the other fans that's like, look, I don't care about nothing they do until they start winning. And the guy that I heard talk about Caleb was the one that was like, I don't care what they do until they start winning. They got to prove it to me. So should Bear fans be worried? I said it, Joe. Yes, you should be worried because Ben Johnson was talked about as being the next great thing. Your first round pick was talked about as being the next great thing. It's week 2. Again, you're going into an environment where your head coach just left, right? This is why I'm saying they should be worried. Your head coach left. He's returning home. You just seen how the Lions looked without him. And you allowed them to kick y'all up and down the field like 64-yard field goal-esque, bring you back down with the net, take the ball, walk you down, kick you down on the other side of the field, then bring you back, hand the ball to your coach and say, hey, man, it was nice having you, then kick him and you out the arena. Like, this right here lets you know, it's like, bro, did y'all even have any fight for your head coach in this game? Like, there was none. None at all. The Cowboys play the Bears next week. Eberflus was the head coach for the Bears. Everything I'm saying is why I'm saying this for the same reason. You see how the Cowboys defense looked last week? If you believe in your defensive coordinator and he's going up against his former team, you're going to fight harder than what the Bears as a team did when they went to the Lions. Like, I've seen them have better divisional games than what they did in week 2. So it's like, do you all believe in what's happening with the coach? Do you all actually believe in what's happening with the quarterback? Because there was already rumblings about last season, right? Where it was just things going around about the locker room, people this, and how people feel. So, boom. This is why you should be worried. Is it going to be something bigger than what it is? Because I tell you this, Joe. If the Bears go out there and get blown out by the Cowboys, I don't know what to tell you. Because you seen what the defense looked like. You seen that the Cowboys can't contain mobile quarterbacks. Ben Johnson should come up with better plays. He's played the Cowboys twice already.
Yeah.
He knew everybody in the Lions locker room. So this is why it's like they were not prepared to play that football game. You should be worried. No, it's week 2. No, it's week 3. They got to get acclimated. You should be worried.
No, I'm with you on that one. And you know what's funny? He talked so much trash about the tush push. I don't like the tush push. I like explosive plays. It was 3rd and 1. Did a quarterback sneak. He didn't get it. Then it was 4th and 1. Did a quarterback sneak. He didn't get it. Maybe he did a tush push. You would have got the first down.
Probably wouldn't have got that neither. Like, no, you should be worried. That was BCA at its finest.
It was a division game. It was. It was funny because when I rewatched the game, I wanted to go back and just watch Caleb, and I'll watch it and I'll just fast forward. I fast forward for a little bit. The Lions already scored. I'm like, dang.
That's what I'm saying. And we were just worried about the coordinators for the Lions last week, and look what they said. No, they took this game personal.
Yeah, they did.
We thought Ben was.
They said they did too. They took it personal. That's what they said. They said we took it personal.
So hey, AJ, I hope you watch this game because I know you keep calling the Lions out. You heard with St. Brown. St. Brown got all the smoke with the Eagles.
He do. And they play this year too, so
hopefully they play soon because they need to get this out the way early.
No, facts. All right. So great show, Tomo. I had an awesome show today. My last words would be shout out to the whole R2L community. Make sure y'all click the link in the description where it says become a member and become a member of our R2L chats. Tom is going to give y'all a list of the superstar members in a second, but join our community. We have a full community of sports lovers, right? We have a chat for every single sport, basically. So any sport you are, just reach out to me or Tomo or the Refuse to Lose page, and tag number, whatever it's called, tag, whatever it is, of IG is on top of us right now. Or you can hit up at Refuse to Lose Sports, and we'll add you to the chats. If you have any questions, hit us up also. Now, I already talked about my Commanders. Y'all do your thing. Kings. Dennis Schroeder just won another gold medal. We don't mean nothing about the NBA. I mean, we still not going to be good, man. I'm sorry, man. We still got Westbrook talk. I don't know what's going to happen. But the Kings, man, listen, I'm still going to rep my Kings. But do I see any hope next year? No, I don't. Can we make a play-in? Maybe. With Westbrook? Maybe, if we get Westbrook. So, Dennis Schroeder off a gold medal, can he rejuvenate his career with us? Have a one-hit wonder type year? I don't know. We will see. So that's that. And Texas, holla at me when y'all play some real competition, which is next week. I've been playing these bad schools. All right. When y'all get back to the SEC play, then I'll be tuning in more.
Sound like a Texas team, don't it? That's all I'm saying. Look what the Texans did last night. You got the Bucks out here looking like Hall of Famers.
Oh my goodness! Shout out to Baker, man. Ooh, he a baller.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When we do the awards again, most underrated player in the NFL. I'm sorry. It's got to be Baker at this point. Like, he gets all the disrespect, and he just goes out there and balls. Like, it's crazy. But
I would say Jalen Hurts.
What do you mean?
The man gets killed all the time. Baker
but they win. So when you win, you're gonna get people gonna throw rocks at you. Like, Baker's not even in Super Bowl. They don't have
top 10 conversations.
They don't even put him in these conversations, and he's getting killed.
True.
Like,
right.
Like, when you win, you gonna get the criticism gonna happen, right? When you win or play for Dallas, this is gonna happen. Like, that shouldn't even be in some of these conversations, but he's there. Anyway, shout out to our superstar members. Joe told you, man, we have members. We have tiers. We have the 3 tiers: Pro, All-Star, Superstar. Pro level for $2.99, All-Star level for $4.99, and Superstar level for $9.99. And each tier gives you perks. Click the link below. Become a member today. Again, if you want to know more about those perks, again, you can follow us at Refuse to Lose Sports on Instagram, and we'll give you more details there as well. So, superstar members, shout out to Donnell. Shout out to our brother Dave, Taniqua, our brother Vaughn, Joe, Giovanni, Chris. Hold on. Where's that? I got the list now. I got to read from my scroll. All right. Matthew. Now I'm about to read his real name. Coach Cone. I got to write this down. I got to write it down. You like, we got a new member? Hold up, let me see. Shout out to Decorius, Steady, and myself, and you as well. Make sure y'all hit the link below. We appreciate y'all watching for free, but join the membership so we can keep this thing going as well. Because when y'all see us on the big screen, y'all gonna be like, man, I was here first. I'm like, yeah, and you was in the chats. So keep things going. And my last words is, Wizards fans, season's coming. Another season of youthful hope. So we gonna see. Like Joe said, I'm going to give you a more exciting version of what Joe was saying. Hopefully we do make the play-in. But if we don't, hopefully we play good enough that we can find a head coach. I ain't saying our head coach is bad, but we know this is the developmental coach. We want to get back in those playoff talks. And for the Cowboys, hey, Clowney's here. Let's just see. What's my man? What's Worm name? What's fantasy team name? This is it. So we going to see what happens. You need to change the name to We Gonna See. And Joe, y'all got Unfazed after this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so make sure y'all stick around. We got Unfazed, my man JJ and AJ. I can't wait to hear what he got to say about the Chiefs game and the push tush. So subscribe, hit that like button, and this was Refuse to Lose.
Let's get it. That's all we got for y'all today, and we'll see y'all Friday at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.